I'm Tim, and this week on Project 431, I complain about the rain.
And raining. And I really don't want to be out here today.
Ask the deep questions.
What's the point of a coat?
And complain about the rain a little bit more.
It's another grim, wet morning today.
So it's been a bit of a grey week, both in terms of the weather and my general mood and feeling. Things have not been particularly ideal. Tuesday was a washout. Not a washout in the sense that I didn't go running, it was just very wet and rainy.
Oh, good morning. It's early and raining. And I really don't want to be out here today. I'm not feeling it at all. And it's long run day. Oh. But, as previously said, progress doesn't make itself, eh? So let's get on with it and get this done. It's still cold and windy, but the rain started off and I'm getting a bit sweaty, so I've taken my coat off and I have this fetching tail, which is very nice. So if anyone, what's that? Bird of some description. If anyone drives past me right now, well, I don't know what they're going to think. Probably I'm out here cosplaying a furry or something. Anyway, I'm doing that thing again where I just try and talk for the sake of it and really doesn't benefit anyone. Wow. It doesn't benefit anyone. Not you, not me, no one. And yet I insist on doing it anyway. So I'm going to call this one now.
It ended up being my longest run, not of the week, but ever, actually, just over 11k. I didn't feel good throughout it though. I felt heavy, I felt slow, I felt lethargic. I wasn't really enjoying myself all that much, to be honest. But as I said, I did get through it, and I suppose that's the main thing, pushing through it when it feels grim. But I am feeling a bit deflated about everything. Well, I certainly was then. I was feeling very deflated about it. I'd run almost that distance a couple of times, felt much better about it. This was one of my worst runs ever, I think. So in terms of my general confidence and my general mood, I was on a bit of a slump, which wasn't great. And then Thursday rolled around and I thought, you know what? It's a new day, it's a new run. We can do this, we can clear out all of the bad juju and we can start again.
It's another grim, wet morning today. And it's cold. And I've got a cracking headache. But we're here and we're getting on with it. I'm about 3k in now. The rain has not abated, but I'm getting really hot wearing this bloody coat, so I'm just having to put my naked head now to the rain to help cool myself. And the inside of me is getting soaked because of sweat anyway, so really, what's the point in a coat? Deep thoughts for the day, what's the point in a coat?
I got 8k done though, so that's the important thing, but it did feel again like a slog. It really was a chore. I did forget to eat before I went out on the Thursday though, so I think that had something to do with my mood in general. I need to be making sure I'm eating because I really wasn't in a good headspace or a good body space, I suppose. Mentally or physically, I wasn't feeling grand. But we made it through, we did our 8k, we got it done. That was 19k in 2 days, which even though I wasn't feeling great, 19k in 2 days, that's more than I was running most weeks, up until 3 or 4 weeks ago. Well, actually, it was more than I'd run in any weeks, up until 3 or 4 weeks ago. So that's a positive that I can look back on it now with that with that positive spin. But at the time, nah, I was really in a bit of a grim position. I just didn't really want to be out there either day. Didn't want to be out there running. Didn't enjoy it, and it really was a battle to push through. Saturday, would you believe it? It rained again. It wasn't as bad. The rain was a bit lighter. The wind was pretty cold, and I only was out for 5k, so it doesn't feel like that much of a mental battle when you know it's a shorter period of time.
Oh, good morning. It's not actually raining right now, so it's not quite as grim as it has been for the last few days. But it's still cold, it's still a bit windy. So we're going to crack on with it again today. And hope we avoid the rain. I'm feeling a bit better than I have been for the last few days. The birds are singing. And I thought that was a patch of blue sky, but it's just a slightly lighter grey. So let's get cracking.
Well, there we go. It was only going to last so long before the wind and the rain started properly. But 2 and a bit, hang on. Yeah, 2 and a bit K in now, so another few hundred metres up this way. And then I'll turn back and head back to finish up my nice easy 5k for the day. But unlike last week, I ain't racing the rain. I've got a coat. It's just more of the same for this week, really. I'm looking forward to it not being raining again, to be honest. I'll see you in a bit.
My plan was, as has been the story here, to take it pretty easy. I was planning on just little, gentle, easy 5k, and I ended up beating my PB again. Beat it by about 30 seconds without really even trying to do so. So it's exciting that this keeps happening, but there's also a mild frustration that this keeps happening because I know it can't keep happening forever. At some point, this is going to stop, and I don't really want it to stop. So, I don't really know where to go with it. Maybe just stop celebrating these little PBs until I'm actually actively putting the effort into getting one. That's probably the best way to go about it. But overall, the run was a good boost. After 2 harder runs that were a bit more of a slog, this felt much nicer and a well-needed, just put a smile on my face, and it was just what I needed at the time. And then Sunday, much like Tuesday's become my traditional long run, Sunday has become my traditional short, easy, chilled run. No music, no headphones, just plodding along for a few K and not paying any attention to the pace. I went out and did 3.6k. It took me about 30 minutes. 30-ish minutes, 31, 32, something around that, not even written it down properly. And it felt good. Just felt good to be moving and to be moving slowly. My body felt fine. Mentally, I felt fine. So the last 2 runs have been quite a nice way to round the week off. Overall, though, the week has had more downs than ups. But I did manage a new 5k PB. I covered over 27 kilometres running in the week, which is my biggest week yet. And over 3 hours and 40 minutes on feet, which is also huge. A huge amount of running for me. That feels massive. So on reflection, I suppose a couple of bad runs, a couple of good runs, a lot of miles put in. I finished all the miles I planned on doing. So I suppose it has been a good week, but when I was in the dumps, I really felt in the dumps. The peaks were fine, but the troughs were pretty low. And now we're only 2 weeks out from my first race, from the Isle of Skye 10k. It's in 2 weeks' time as I'm recording this. So someone asked me the other day if I was starting to get nervous. And I don't think I am. But the closer it gets, the less sure I am of that answer. Yeah, maybe I am a bit nervous. I'll probably be more nervous for next week's video as well. So you've got that to look forward to. That's me signing out, guys. Cheers.